morning, everybody. We're excited to see you today, and we have something a little bit different today. We have this is going to be called like Ribbons and Bows episode. How about that? The Ribbons and Bows episode, because the tree that you see behind us is our Ribbons and Bows theme, which we absolutely love. I love the mixture of the pink and the red together. I don't think that's a combination that most people would think about for Christmas, but it works. It would be beautiful in a lot of places, but I especially think of like a little girl's room or a boutique or someone's office, or if your colors at home coordinate with this, your bedroom, your living room.
If you've got a lot of those boho colors, that soft pink in your house, and you want to add red for Christmas, this would be a great way to do that.
So what we're going to do today is a couple of things. One is David is going to show you, because we have had so many requests on how did he add the bows to the tree. So he's going to show you how to do this. We have another tree that we're going to add them to, because this one already has its bows, but he's going to do a very similar concept on a different theme. And we're going to show you our ribbon selection that we have, like an up close and personal look at our ribbon. And we're also going to show you the items that are on this tree so that you get a closer look, because we did not get to film this. This was going on before we were opening our brick and mortar store, and it was like done in a mad dash. So there is a fast motion video of this being decorated. We're going to kind of go through it a little slower today so that you can actually see the amazing products that are in the tree. So does that sound like a plan to you?
Sure.
You're just along for the ride?
I'm along for the ride.
Okay, well, let's ride. Okay, David, do you want to take us through some of the items that are on this tree? So let's start maybe with this beautiful ribbon, actually.
Yeah, this heavily embroidered ribbon on this white satin. It has these green embroidered leaves, and then it starts with red rose embroidery, pink rose embroidery to make those layers, and then it has gold sequins kind of helping to distinguish those layers of rose petals. So it's got buds and different roses. That's great. I would use that all year long, personally.
Yes, that is definitely an everyday ribbon. So let's just move up to this ornament with the little beaded design that is on it, as well as some sequins.
Yeah, there are two different peppermint stripe ornaments in this particular color finish. So it's a white matte, like a pearl finish ball,
looks like a pearl.
And then it's got a pink glitter stripe with red and white beads and a little stripe down it, so that it's got that peppermint finish. And then I believe there is a finial as well. I'm trying to find
It's right here. I see it.
Okay.
Here's the finial. So similar, but the finial, we have some different glass. Like this one is actually glass. This is glass.
Yeah, the peppermint stripe ones are glass. Most of the ornaments on the edges of the tree are glass. Some of them are not. We've got these pearl balls that are not glass. I love these. These have been such a good item. Small pearls, large pearls, really evenly distributed. We have a small one, and then we also have a large one.
Yeah, we have a larger one down here.
Down here.
And just while we're doing this, a couple of tricks that you may notice about this tree is that most of the larger ornaments are tucked a little bit more inside of the tree, and that is done strategically and on purpose. So you typically are not going to have as many of your larger ornaments hanging on the outside, and you don't want to put the small things on the inside because then you can't see them. But let's look at the bows. Look at the little ornament bows. We have red.
Red, and we have pink bows.
And we have pink. Those have been a great seller.
I think we also have gold. It's not on this tree, but we also
have some gold. And then look at the tree. I love the tree.
Yeah,
it's like a tree ornament.
Multicolored.
And now that's flat on the bottom, so you could actually set that on a surface if you wanted to.
You could.
Put it in your garland or on your mantle.
And then one of your favorites.
I know, I love this. I think that is so fun.
Like a little overflowing mug.
I think for some reason our description of this is called sweet tea. I feel like I saw that somewhere, but maybe
I have no idea. I haven't seen the description on this one.
I need to take another look. It might have been the factory description or something, because this looks more like a milkshake or
a mug of cheer.
Yeah, a mug of cheer. That's what it looks like. All right.
And then we do also, I think this is the only stem on this tree actually, is this pink and red ball spray. It's got this kind of a champagne iced metallic stem on it. And I think that's the only stem that we put on this tree.
Yeah, most of these are ornaments. So we also have the felt. If you could feel this, it's very warm and fuzzy.
It's kind of like a Chanel.
Not felt. It's like a.
Yeah, it's a very loose, like almost like a towel, and it's got
terry cloth
polka dots, mixed into it, and a little string striped bow at the top. But we've got multiple sizes of those. And then there are these pearl finish. Now these are great if you want that glass look, but you want plastic. Those are fantastic, and those come in a lot of colors.
Yes.
There's red, and it's a very, very shiny candy apple pearl finish. So you get a really very glass looking ornament. There's green in a larger size back there. So this tree really does have red, pink, and green, and multiple shades of pink. There's more peachy pinks, and then there's more raspberry pinks, and then there's also multiple shades of red. So we have like these flocked velvet balls. We have, this is cherry red in the flocked diamond ball. It's a very bright red. It's not dark. And then we also have like some translucent red finials. We have like the raspberry color in this beaded glass that's got that nice texture on it. And then we also have like a crackled iridescent pink. But there's a lot of different shades of pink and there's some different shades of red on the tree as well.
Okay, I'm gonna get a view from here just to show everybody the whole tree, and then we're going to move along to bow tying. So here is our ribbons and bows theme. If you check out the description, you're going to see a link to all the items that you see in the video, and I also tag these, so you should be able to see them on your screen as well. And while I'm here, David is preparing our next little venture, but this is a tree that is displayed near our ribbons and bows tree. And it's red and pink as well, but a totally different look with the marshmallows, the confetti look, sprinkles, more of a candy. And I'll just show you, because a lot of people like to see the store and how we have things displayed. So we have these large candy canes that are popular. We have our containers that have the product in them, and then David did do this matching garland piece around the ribbons and bows theme. So this is at our retail store. If you ever have a chance to visit us this season, we will be here through January, but I will say things do start to get picked over after, the middle of December. There's not as much restocking going on, so I would suggest you come quickly if you're going to come. And I want to show you our ribbon. So if you love ribbon, you would love coming here and seeing all of the ribbon that we have available. Most all of it is 10 yards. Most all of it is wired, and all of it is a high quality, because David works with this ribbon. It's not just something we buy and sell, but he actually has to work with it when he is making things or decorating trees. And so it's important that we get a good quality, because as a designer, he knows what it's like to work with good quality ribbon versus ribbon that's not that great quality. Now, David, or someone that's experienced in bow tying and working with ribbon, can usually work with any kind of ribbon. But if you are just starting out and you're kind of unsure about what you're doing and you're learning, good ribbon is going to be your best friend, because it's amazing what someone can do with quality ribbon versus if you don't have quality ribbon, then you can think, I'm no good at this, I'll never get it, I'll never understand. But it's really you're just using the wrong ribbon. So we are selling out of some of our ribbons already. We've sold out of some, but we still have so much to choose from as far as ribbon. And all of our ribbon is on our website. So if you're not able to make it into our store, then just come on to the website and shop there. And make sure you check the website for our promo codes, because we do have promo codes running so that you can save money on your purchase. This is the last little bit of it that I'll show you here in the store. We do have some here and there with some of our themes, but for the most part, we have it all in the same place.
So we have 1.5 inch. This is kind of an aqua with rose gold edge and back on it. So this ribbon has been fused with a rose gold back, and it has a wire on the edges. So I know a lot of people are really into the unwired velvet right now, but I'm still going to be a fan of wired anytime, because when you make a bow out of wired ribbon, you can get it to do anything you want. You can also get it to curl and really loop any way you want. But we're going to show you how to do bows that really stay in the shape that you make them. When you tie it out of an unwired velvet, the bow just kind of flops and the tails just kind of hang wherever they land. When we tie it out of wired ribbon, we can make them do whatever we want, as long as your wire and your ribbon is strong enough. This is a heavily starched, heavy wired ribbon. So we're just going to pinch the back of this together where the rose gold wired edges touch each other, and then we're going to push down on the center, and then we're just going to make a loop, which is really easy with wired ribbon to make whatever size loop that you want. You can make them gigantic, or you can make them smaller. We want to do something a little bit smaller, a little bit daintier for this. And then we're going to bend a piece of this wired edge underneath what you've already done. So this side flat, this side is tucked under, and then at that point you're just going to twist and bring that back around. That's really how I tie a bow, just back and forth. I'm just going to twist, 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 and make them longer. But for this particular small bow, that's all you have to do. Is we're going to cut, and you can determine how long you want these to be. We're leaving, roughly 12 inches of tail. 10 to 12, something like that. And then we're just going to add a little piece of wire that really tight. And then you end up with this. What you're going to want to do at that point is we're going to pull this piece down and then pull the one in the back down, and you've got your bow ready to go here. And we're just going to attach that to a branch with the wire that we added. Just a small little piece of wire, perfectly sufficient. And then you get that nice poofy bow look, as opposed to when you have that unwired velvet, it's just going to hang. And you can't make a bow of any size significantly, because it's just going to flop and it's not going to even show the bow shape. And then I don't leave my tails like this. I want them to kind of curve like a perfectly structured bow off of a package. If you ever see like a bow print, it always has like a a curve in the tails. It's not ever a perfectly straight line. You want that nice wavy. It's kind of like a flag. You know, when a flag is depicted a lot of times, it's waving. It's not perfectly straight unless it's like textbook kind of thing. But when you see one that's kind of stylized, it's always like a wavy thing. That's kind of what we're doing here with the bows, is we want to make sure that we get those to stand the way that you want, and then have that tail coming off of it, and you can bend it any way you want because the ribbon is very heavily wired.
So David says that this is pearl garland.
It is. It's wired pearl garland, which is great if you want to do specific things. You know, some of it's unwired and you can just kind of loop it, but as you can tell, I like extremely structured things, so the more control I have over something, the better. And if you're adding this to garland or a wreath or something, you really get some dimension, almost like a bow, which you can make out of these little wired garlands, and I will show you how to do that.
You're acting like you totally don't see that I'm wearing this as a bracelet.
Got a whole nother concept.
Don't y'all love that as a bracelet? I think it's great. Remember, sometimes I wear the earrings as the ornaments as my earrings. Here's your pearl bracelet.
We'll just make you a necklace too.
Oh yeah, you can make me a pearl necklace, a belt. This is multi-purpose, so you can't go wrong. You need to buy some of these. You'll use it for something, believe me.
You'll use it for something.
Yes. Okay, so you're going to make some little bows. Do you need this one, or do you want me to take it away?
No, I think I'm just going to use this one I've already started with.
Okay, I'll let you start. You're rolling.
Okay.
You're ready.
So to do these, you really have to be okay with losing a couple of pearls off of this garland because it is wired underneath here. So when we try to make a bow out of something like this, there's really no room. So what we really have to do is, I already took a few of the pearls off of here, so I got a little bit of wire showing. Because if you don't, you just really can't, you can't get this to go into the center enough. You really need a little bit of wire showing to make a bow of any size. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the end of this off. It's tied in a little knot at the end, and we're going to cut some of that, and then we're going to lose a couple of pearls. We're just going to take, you know, a few of these guys off until you've got, you know, an inch, inch and a half, something like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bend that back into a little hook. And that way, when a pearl tries to escape, it's just going to get stopped. And we can push that kind of up on there so that it's completely secure. But yeah, that's really all we're going to have to do. Jen was suggesting that I make a little pearl bow that we could put on one of these ornaments, perhaps. So I'm going to make a tiny little bow. I already made this larger bow that you could add to your tree, to your wreath, something like that. But now we're going to try and make a smaller bow. So we've got our little bit of wire that's showing, and we're just going to use that as like the center of the loop. And we're going to allow the pearls to evade that space.
Evade that space.
Just for a moment.
That's an interesting description. Pearl evasion.
Pearl evasion, yeah.
Makes me think of that verse in Matthew that says, "Do not cast your pearl before swine."
Well, at least we can put them on Christmas trees.
Right.
And then we're just going to, so we've got just like a little loop that we've twisted together here. And then we're just going to create a similar sized loop on the other side. And we're going to try and go right back into the same spot.
So how many bows are you foreseeing people get out of one strip of the pearl garland.
That really determined by the size of the bow that you want.
Well,
to
if they're
make.
making this size, these small ones.
This is going to be a lot. You can make a lot of these little bows. If you've got the time and a crafting room that you don't mind pearls flying all over the place in, because they do go everywhere.
But you can string them back on because it's just wire and pearl. So
it is, yeah. It's really easy. It's just a little pearl with holes on both sides. But I will show you. Like we're gonna cut right here, and
woo!
You're gonna lose a couple of pearls.
Uh-oh.
So, like I said, you have to be okay with that. But if you want to make these little pearl bows yourself, these are really cute and they're really easy to do.
I feel like you did that dramatically. You could have done it and not lost so many pearls.
I wanted people to know they were going to lose some pearls.
You got the point across, I think.
But just a little bow.
Oh, those are so cute.
And I'm going to take a piece of wire. So we're just going to take a little piece of wire, go through here. And that way, if you want to add this to an ornament of some kind, we could add this and embellish an ornament. I'm actually going to go through the hanger.
And then you can shape the tails on that one too.
I can, yeah.
I think that is really sweet. What do y'all think?
But you can make these any size you want them to be.
So this is Peaches and Cream. I love this tree. It is so gorgeous.
This one has a lot of pearl on it as well.
It does. So you're going to try.
We're going to put this on a ball
instead
of a little finial.
I love it. So cute. So you can create your own little creation sometimes by adding some things together. There she is.
And pearls, like I said before, are phenomenally popular this year. We have clear ornaments with pearl, lots of different pearls. This is a finial with gold and pearl inlays. This is a different finial with rhinestone and pearl inlays. And then we have pearl finished glass. So this is like a white pearlescent finish. We have the shatterproof. If you want something pearl colored, but you don't want it breakable, we have those as well.
The pearl spray.
Even have,
here, the pearl spray.
Sprays. And then one of my favorites, I call it the chandelier.
Ooh.
It's little hanging rhinestones with pearl flowers in between.
So elegant. Thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate all of your encouraging and sweet comments. We love to interact with you. So please comment and let us know if you learned something today, or if you're into the bows this year, or maybe it's not your thing. That's okay too. Everybody has their own preferences in this Christmas season. You may not like pink and red. Okay. You may love
your loss.
Pink and red. That's great too. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another episode of David Christopher's. Remember to shop our website. We have some promo codes going on if you're shopping now that you don't want to miss. Till next time.
It's kind of like a slinky.
I know, I thought about that. It is like a slinky.
Like
I was kind of using it as a slinky or an accordion.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slinky for your hand.
Oh, a slinky for your hand?
Well, for your wrist.
It's a fancy fidget toy for those of you that like to fidget. But yeah,
if you've got ADD like me, you're just going to...
Yeah, you can definitely make a bracelet here.
Not recommended for those with hairy arms.
Look, this could be the ring that keeps it on.
Ow!
That keeps it on your hand.
Lovely. It's a pearl snake climbing its way up my arm.
Pearl snake. Okay, that's enough for today.
That's some pearls. You won't regret it.
She used to tie her hair up in bow.